Today, we stand at a crossroads in our nation's history, a Jamaica where too many hardworking people are struggling to survive. A Jamaica where corruption continues to rob the poor of opportunity. A Jamaica where the cost of living rises, hope fades, and ordinary citizens are left wondering when things will finally change. While some grow richer and government buildings rise higher, many families are fighting every day just to put food on the table, pay their bills, and provide for their children. But we refuse to stay silent. We believe Jamaica belongs to the people. We believe every citizen deserves fairness, accountability, and a government that serves the nation before serving itself. This platform is not about politics alone. It is about truth. It is about justice. It is about standing with the people whose voices are too often ignored. We pledge to ask the difficult questions, expose the issues that matter, and shine a light on the stories affecting our communities. We may be one voice, but together we are a movement. Together we can build a stronger, fairer, and better Jamaica. This is our commitment. This is our mission. This is our pledge to the people.
Let us come together as proud Jamaicans.
This is Deeper Jamaica TV. Let's go deeper. Let's seek the truth. Let's stand for Jamaica.
The days seem long. We lift our voices with a hopeful song. Through every struggle, through every pain, God's love and mercy still remain. Open our eyes. Open our hearts. Guide this nation back to yours. Oh! Deeper, deeper, deeper we go. Deeper in the truth, let the whole world know. Deeper, deeper, let your light shine through. Jamaica, rise up, God is calling you. From the hills to the valleys, from the coast to the town, we stand together, we won't back down. Faith is our anchor, hope is our song. With God beside us, we'll stay strong. One nation, under God, here on Deeper Jamaica TV. We believe that truth matters, people matter, and Jamaica matters. No matter where you're watching from, never lose faith, never lose hope, and never stop believing that a better Jamaica is possible. Together, we will go deeper than the headlines, deeper than the politics, and deeper than the noise, searching for truth, accountability, and solutions. May God bless you. May God bless your family. And may God continue to bless Jamaica. This is Deeper Jamaica TV. Going deeper in the truth. God beside us, we'll stay strong. One nation, under God. Here on Deeper Jamaica TV, we believe that truth matters, people matter, and Jamaica matters. No matter where you're watching from, never lose faith, never lose hope, and never stop believing that a better Jamaica is possible. Together, we will go deeper than the headlines, deeper than the politics, and deeper than the noise, searching for truth, accountability, and solutions. May God bless you, may God bless your family, and may God continue to bless Jamaica. This is Deeper Jamaica TV. Going deeper in the truth.
Good evening, Deep Devils. Welcome to Deep Jamaica TV. Pleasure to have you here. I'm Ishmael Devils, coming tonight to the headlines right after this moment. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Here, headlines. Indicom reports that no body-worn cameras were used in 5 fatal police shooting incidents that left 11 men dead. Finance Minister Fayval Williams defends government's $500 million withdrawal from the Financial Services Commission. Motorists face higher fuel prices as Petrojam adjusts pricing mechanism. The body of the missing Mandeville pharmacist technician is found in St. Elizabeth, and the Auditor General is calling on the National Water Commission to adopt a more realistic capital spending plan. And in sports, World Cup action begins today as Mexico took on South Africa in the opening football's biggest stage. Now, the details. The Independent Commission has confirmed that no body-worn cameras were used when police officers involved in 5 fatal shootings in the last 24 hours. The incidents occurred in St. James, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Andrew, and as a result, 11 men were dead. Among those identified in Wednesday's police operation in retirement, St. James, are 55-year-old Brian Fairclough, 27-year-old Brian Fairclough Jr., 26-year-old Jamar Ashman. A 4th victim remains unidentified, and investigators are appealing to the public for assistance. Indicom says that the incidents have brought total number of killings by the police to 11, and the security forces have not yet confirmed. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Fayval Williams is defending the government's withdrawal of $500 million from the Financial Services Commission. Williams says that the move will not threaten regulator stability or the ability to carry out its responsibilities. The FSC was established in 2001 following Jamaica's financial services sector crisis of the 1990s to oversee insurance companies, security dealers, and pension funds. The minister says self-financing agencies may from time to time ask to contribute to excess surplus and reserve based on government's revenue needs. And business news. Motorists who use automotive diesel 90 unleaded and low sulfur diesel fuel will soon be asked to pay more at the pumps. State-owned refinery Petrojam has announced these changes, citing raising global pricing in recent market volatility. The company says that the price adjustments are necessary to offset increased operating costs and maintaining supply stability. And the Auditor General is recommended that the National Water Commission develops a capital budget based on its realistic financing. And according to a report tabled in Parliament, the National Water Commission significantly has less money to spend based on the planned infrastructure between the years 2014 and 2024. The Auditor General found that while nearly 450 billion of capital projects were budgeted for the period, the actual spend fell way below its projections. The Auditor General went further by saying more realistic plans are needed to improve efficiency and project delivery. And in other news, the body of missing Mandeville pharmacy technician Kedesia McLeod has been found in Peppers, St. Elizabeth. The 40-year-old woman has been reported missing since Tuesday. Her body was reportedly found discovered by passers-by Thursday morning. Police investigations went into circumstances surrounding her death, and investigations are ongoing. Now to sports. UEFA has appointed referee Omar Artan to officiate UEFA Super Cup clash between Paris Saint-Germain and Aston Villa in August. This appointment comes right after Artan was recently denied entry into the United States of America, following a situation that generated widespread discussion within the international football circles. Meanwhile, excitement peaked today as Mexico eased past South Africa 2-0. And this was World Cup action. Let us throw to the insert.
Maybe with an opening here, and that is the only goal of the World Cup. Scored by Julian Quinones. Here, looking for the run of Gutierrez. Oh, a risky challenge. The referee has a look, it's a free kick. And the punishment here is going to be severe. It's a red card.
He's really clever, Gutierrez. His touch takes him across the defender. That touch there means that any contact from Titole and it's big trouble.
Could be the point in the bag. And already a big first step to qualification for Mexico. A long way towards the knockout stage. It finishes here at Mexico City Stadium. Mexico 2, South Africa 0.
Over to basketball. The New York Knicks has been crowned NBA champion for 2026. These and so much more when we
Happy anniversary, darling. Let the candles glow.
Welcome to Future Branding Promo Limited, where quality is created. We are your trusted partner for promotional items that don't just carry your logo, but carry your message, your identity, and your brand into the world. At Future Branding Promo Limited, we don't just sell products, we help you build relationships. From embroidery on shirts and more, to detailed printing on promotional gear, mugs, and tech gadgets. We also offer free logos on all pens, from screen print to laser engraving. Let's brand your future together. Future Branding Promo Limited, where quality is created. Contact us today.
Thank you. Those were the news from Deeper Jamaica TV. When we get back, we get into the details. Yes. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. It is certainly a pleasure to be here. How is everybody doing? Kevin Fitch, blessings. May Thompson, Michelle Thompson, how you do? We are so happy to be here. I really need access. And I really need some more lights. But in time, Nicola Green, you're back. Nicola Green. 31. What Donna Thompson. So yes, Jamaica. The first thing that I want to get into is, in fact, that issue relating to the Mandeville technician. Her body was found. Was it this morning? I think it was this morning. Don't quote me. Not even mimicking. Anyhow, yes, her body was found, and it's so sad. She was missing Tuesday and found Wednesday. I keep telling people, that life is so fragile. How are you, best grandma? Big up everybody, big up everybody, big up everybody. Life is so fragile. All while 11 people dead by the hands of the police. I'm telling you, why? But why, may I tell you? But nevertheless, I want to raise your awareness to something, and I think it's fitting for me to start with it, and then we get into the others. I think it's fitting for me to start with it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a developing news. So, me have to go play the news item first and then get into it. It's kind of a breaking news, but it's a developing one. I don't know if anybody else has it, but it's a developing news. Yes, Jamaica. So let me confirm. So there is a developing story actively happening in St. Anne. Let me give you the details. In Value Manor, Royal Palm, Runaway Bay, St. Anne, that is in the constituency Gabriela Morris running now. Remind me of that constituency. The state minister in the Ministry of Health, her name is Crystal Lee, in her constituency. What is the name of that constituency? There is a developing story happening right now. Let me show you a picture of what is happening as we speak in that constituency. Let me show you a picture first, and then we get into what is really happening. Let me show you a picture, Jamaica, because you see them people here. You see these people? They will not stop. And you see, because we know they will not stop, let us continue to expose them. Yeah, in the Runaway Bay area, southeast. I know Sessa is Kenneth Russell. Southeast St. Anne is Kenneth Russell, man. That is not Sessa. I don't remember the name of it, but nevertheless, let me show you what's happening in that area. This looks like nothing, don't it? All right, that looks like nothing. Let me show you what's really happening.
Getting some shocking information that bulldozer and tractor went and knocked down some houses, some unfinished houses up on Valley Manor, mines included. Not sure of the story or what's going on, but I got to make my way up there. I don't know if anyone have any additional information or videos to share.
Give me a bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag, you know. Me for grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a bottle, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
Getting some shocking information that bulldozer and tractor went and knocked down some houses, some unfinished houses up on Valley Manor, mines included. Not sure of the story or what's going on, but I got to make my way up there. I don't know if anyone have any additional information or videos to share.
Marlon goat them, man. Yo! Where are they then? Now show it about. Now I get you.
The people them not even know what to do. The people them not even know how to react. Them not even know how to react. These are at its as it happens footage. And I played it because I want this. People must see this. Make sure say a morning you hear this either upon the traditional news media, you hear this from other bloggers. This must be spoken about tomorrow. What do you mean? Marcia Wilson, how you do? How you do, Marcia Wilson? Hyacinth Coley, respect. Thank you for joining. What do you mean? That is the issue. So let me play something that I played last night. An
intensive consultation and discussion program as to our squatting challenges. We know that there is a need for land for the landless and also for orderly development. There is also the need for respect for property rights. Some of the issues under discussion are: should we reduce the time for adverse possession of crown lands? Should we increase the time for private lands for adverse possession? How do we balance the various needs?
Boy, I mean, I know in a Shock Shame. Shock Shame is on the phone, guys, but I wish you could hear her. Let me see if I can have them hear you. Shock Shame, what? Speak and say them can't hear you. I don't have all my equipment yet. Boy, Shock Shame. Let us get the actual details and then we'll see how what will happen, because I don't even know how to react yet because it's a developing story, Shock Shame. Yeah, man. Me understand, Shock Shame. All right. Yeah. All right, Shock Shame. As soon as we can accommodate the calls, we make them can hear. All right. Thank you for calling, though. Thank you so much for calling. We really need to get the calling part up and running. I have to get the calling part up and running. People want to talk. So basically, she's saying what will happen to the people? What will happen to the people? And you know, just because of that, they will play it again. You don't need to see it.
Getting some shocking information that bulldozer and tractor went and knocked down some houses, some unfinished houses up on Valley Manor, mines included. Not sure of the story or what's going on, but I got to make my way up there. I don't know if anyone have any additional information or videos to share.
Marlon boat them, man. Yo! Where are they then? Now show it about. Now I get you.
At that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And then Delroy Chuck have the audacity in Parliament this week to say this. Look at this. No human rights problem in Jamaica, says Chuck. Look what him said yesterday. No human rights problem in Jamaica, says Delroy Chuck. He said this yesterday. He said this in Parliament yesterday, that there are no human rights problems in Jamaica. Where this man come from? Where this man come from?
You're not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Where this man come from? When mean by there are no human rights problem? When you have people houses being bulldozed. Before the election, it was Clifton. There was another one in St. Catherine. Now, after the election, what is this? What is this? This is in St. Anne, in the state minister's constituency. The state minister's constituency, deep divers. This is happening today. Today to happen. I'm not sure if you see, if you saw it anywhere else. Ensure that you told them you were watching Deep Dive and you saw that people's houses are being bulldozed. But it gets deeper. It gets deeper. Thank you so much, Queen Nisia. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It gets deeper, Jamaica. I am being told, it's unconfirmed, but I am being told that since Hurricane Melissa, people went, since Hurricane Melissa and before, people went there to settle, to live, made their structures, and the member of parliament, I'm being told, knew about it. I'm being told that she knew about it. It is unconfirmed. So I would love to hear from the member of parliament, Crystal Lee, honorable. That is what I'm being told. However though, is it a case where she knew about it and she purposefully did nothing? Because I'm also being told that the people that went there to settle are, in fact, labor right voters. And I don't want to bring it there, but they are supporters of the government. Let me say it that way. They are supporters of the government. So if it is that they are supporters of the government, deep divers, why would you treat your own people like that? Why would you treat your own people like that? And just before today, the minister Delroy Chuck, I go find himself, thank you, Monarch. Big up, Monarch, big up. I go find himself, I said there's no human rights problem in Jamaica. So it was the human rights issue when they murdered Buju in St. James. It was the human rights issue yesterday when 11 people were gunned down. It isn't that, it was the human rights issue when police use their authority to inflict violence and terror on the people. It's not a human rights violation to not have body-worn cameras. It's not a human rights violation. It's not a human rights violation. It's not a human rights violation to go in St. Anne to bulldoze people's homes. Yes, we understand they might not be formal, but there are ways to make the people formal. There might be an informal settlement. I understand that. It cannot be a case. It cannot be a case where you have regular people. Remember a bus and taxi meeting, you know? A bus and taxi meeting. If that means me and a particular police have something, all you need to do is put on the uniform and attract vengeance. And I don't want to think like that. Well, let's say at 1 p.m. them say. Actually 7:35. I can't 1 o'clock now. I can't 1 o'clock then. Well, it's not 1 o'clock now. I want at 7:35. But it cannot be. And now this man, let me play it again. Let me remind you of what was said.
Intensive consultation and discussion program as to our squatting challenges. We know that there is a need for land for the landless and also for orderly development. There is also the need for respect for property rights. Some of the issues under discussion are: should we reduce the time for adverse possession of crown lands? Should we increase the time for private lands for adverse possession? How do we balance the various needs?
I don't even know how to answer this, man, because let me show you what is happening. There is also another developing story in St. Mary. Deep divers, I'm going to get to the bottom of that one. Let me show you something, deep divers. I see them people, them take with a clown, you know. Them take with the absolute buffoons. And I have some questions to ask as it relates to this development. I have some questions to ask as it relates to this development. I am being told that people in St. Mary people, good evening. People, particularly in the constituency of Robert Montague, particularly people that live in this place, Spicy Grove. Spicy Grove people, good evening. What is happening? I would love to hear what is happening in Spicy Grove. I am hearing it is also not yet confirmed, but I am hearing that there is a possibility that the people might lose their lands. It is alleged that there are land grabs happening in places like Spicy Grove. It is alleged Spicy Grove, Hamilton Mountain. Hamilton Mountain people, good evening. One of my people know that too. I'm not going to call no name, but big up on yourself. My people that. There is another place where the Governor General lives. Gibraltar. It is alleged that there are some land acquisitions being taken place at these places. That is what is happening, I'm being told. I would love for somebody to come and confirm or refute the claims I am hearing. It is also, I am also being told that it is alleged that the Minister of Lands is involved. The Minister of Lands is involved. But did you know that this very project was opened by the Prime Minister this year? Remember, big it up, Sean. April 24th, 2026. April 24th, 2026. This was taken by a resident. I am going deeper. I am going deeper. This was sent to me by a resident in the area. I'll leave it at that. Good evening, Miss Jackson. Big up yourself. I am being told. Somebody said I'm getting feedback from the mic from time to time. Is this better? Is this better? The Minister of Lands is Darrell. Forgive me. Minister of Lands is the same minister within that area. Minister Robert Bobby Montague. I don't know what them call him, but I know say Bobby Montague, him name. See, Benita say, I don't know Bobby Montague a grab land. Me not gonna repeat the rest. Me not gonna repeat the rest, Benita. Me not gonna repeat the rest. But we will be doing some deep dive into those allegations. We will be doing some deep dives into those allegations. Well, let me show you something. Let me show you something, Jamaica. About this same place here. This same place. You know one thing with me in Jamaica. One thing with me. I get my facts. JIS reported. Let me find it for you. JIS reported Jamaica about this very property, about this very place. Let me show you. This same place where them they know, JIS reported on it. Let me show it to you. Because you know me now. Me, I go give you the facts. I am going to give you the facts, deep divers. You know why? So that when anybody come to you, you can refute whatever they're saying. And I realize there is an issue relating to this government and people who are squatters. There is a massive issue as it relates to people who are squatter people who live on informal settlements. People who live in informal settlements and the government always have an issue. Why can it not be a case where you try to formalize the people? I've never seen this government do that. I've never seen it. Why can't be a case where, let me show it to you, Jamaica. Look at this. They were breaking ground. See, look behind it. You see the big spicy behind him. You see the big spicy. And now you are saying to me, Herbert, big up yourself, Herbert. And now you are saying to me, deep divers, you are going to think about it. So the allegations are that there are land grabbing happening in St. Mary, bulldozing in the neighboring parish of St. Anne. There are allegations against the sitting member of parliament and minister of land that land grabbing is happening. And look here, look at the picture. Look at the picture. The prime minister, that is another member of parliament, and the member of parliament for the area. In a picture, breaking ground. At where? At where? Spicy Grove. At Spicy Grove, the same place. Are just coincidence or meeting something happening? I want to confirm or deny. Is it coincidence or something really happening up there? Is it coincidence? Is it coincidence? I think not. But we're going to go deeper into that story. But Jamaica have something to show you. Look at this.
Look at this. See the sergeant them wanna pick up in the ear. Yard room. Look at the yard room. Yard room flood. Flood. Post office flood. See that? See that? See that? Police have to be walking on chairs. See? Chair police have to be walking on. See that? Police have to be making ladder with chairs. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at that kind of living. Oh, this is juicy with a chair.
Yes, Jamaica. Are you guys hearing a feedback? Are you guys hearing a feedback from the mic? Are you hearing a feedback from the mic? Are you hearing a feedback from the mic? Let me play it again and show it to you.
Look at this. See the sergeant them wanna pick up in the ear. Yard room. Look at the yard room. Yard room flood. Flood. Post office flood. See that? See that? See that? Police have to be walking on chairs. See? Chair police have to be walking on. See that? Police have to be making ladder with chairs. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at that kind of living. Oh, this is juicy with a chair.
239. That's my WhatsApp number, 583-8239, Magani. Jamaica, me just have one question to ask them people, you know. Me just have one question. I mean, no, it's the same question I have to ask them.
You're not ashamed of yourself. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Them no embarrassed. This is a police station. This is a police station. This is a police station. And you see the police mafia work? The police them. Look how the police mafia work. Nicola laugh. It's not that. No, we're not to laugh. That is how they're working. But then the minister said there is no issue at all with human rights. But let us switch gears a little bit. Let us switch gears. We have just a little bit of celebration. We finally have something to celebrate. We have something to celebrate. Let me show you something. I'm not even going to show him face, but look at this.
Sometimes we have to visit a place that's bright and new. The hospital can feel so big, but it's made with care for you. It's normal to feel nervous.
Me have to put my hand on my head because I can tell you and I can confirm the government had nothing to do with that. Let me say it again. I can confirm the government had nothing to do with that. I can confirm the government had nothing to do with that. Let me show you again.
Sometimes we have to visit a place that's bright and new. The hospital can feel so big, but it's made with care for you. It's normal to feel nervous.
So we're not gonna laugh, but if it is, that you don't feel anyway, bed there Portland. If it is that you're not sick, bed there Portland. Beds are there in Portland. Beds are there in Portland. Bed there Portland. So if you're sick, you have bed to lay down in. All courtesy, not by the government. Bed there Portland in the hospital them. Bed did there. Bed did there. God on time, same way, man. God on time, same way. I want hear any one of the minister them. Put that in a no report, say, I only give nobody bed. Put that in a the report, say, I only give nobody bed. Make a play it again, because then we do it, you know. Put it in a report, say, I only give nobody bed.
Sometimes we have to visit a place that's bright and new. The hospital can feel so big, but it's made with care for you. It's normal to feel nervous.
Oh, you know, say, oh, you know that I know the hospital and I know the government give them the bed them. You know, I know how we know. The bed them look clean. The bed them look clean.
Give me one bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag, you know. Me for grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a bottle, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
Dana, talk you God Almighty truth. The bed them not look clean. Master, the bed them not look clean. State of the art beds. The bed them clean. I saw you know them new, you know. Yes, Helen, more want a $40 back water. No, me no want it. Me no want it. Me no want it. Brand new beds, Dorothy. Brand new. Brand new beds. We have to celebrate the small wins because I promise you, this government will take credit for it, you know, and put it in one big booklet and say a 200 or 300 achievements. That's what they will do, but we're not having it. We're not having it at all. But let me show you something else, Jamaica.
And staying with that story, because the opposition spokesman on water, environment and climate change, Ian Hales, has expressed serious concerns following the tabling of the AG's performance audit report on the NWC. He described the findings as deeply troubling, indicative of systemic governance failures and unacceptable in the management of a critical public utility. Mr. Hales says Jamaicans deserve a water authority that is transparent, financially sound and accountable to the Jamaican people. He adds that the opposition will continue to press for answers in Parliament and in the public domain, as nothing short of full disclosure and decisive corrective action is expected from the minister with responsibility for the NWC.
Jamaica, I started a deep dive and I reached out to my contacts for that report because I hear that it's worse than I reported and what they are saying. So I've started. I want that report. Best believe I'm going to get that report. I am going to get that report. Let us go deeper. Here's what TVJ had to say again.
The Auditor General has raised serious concerns about the National Water Commission's NWC's management of billions of dollars earmarked for critical projects. A performance audit found that despite budgeting nearly $45 billion for capital projects over a 5-year period, the NWC consistently failed to spend what it planned, delaying upgrades intended to improve water and wastewater services. Details in this report.
The report examined the NWC's Capital Works program between the 2019-2020 and 2023-2024 financial years. It found that actual spending fell below budgeted amounts in 4 of the 5 years reviewed, with the Auditor General warning that planned investments in water, sewage and treatment infrastructure were either delayed or scaled back. The audit also found weaknesses in the Commission's project selection process. process. According to the report, the NWC could not adequately demonstrate how some projects were prioritized, as there was no documented scoring or ranking system to justify decisions when financial resources were limited. The Auditor General also highlighted significant delays in project execution. Of 50 contracts reviewed, 29 or 58% were completed late, with delays ranging from 3 months to more than 2 years. Reasons cited included contractor underperformance, land access issues, delayed approvals, and funding challenges. The audit found that a $3.6 million financial information management system failed to deliver its full benefits because key modules were not fully operational due to persistent system problems. The report further revealed that the NWC failed to submit audited financial statements and annual reports for 4 consecutive years, a breach of statutory requirements that the Auditor General says undermines transparency and accountability. The Commission was also found to have missed critical targets for revenue growth and operational efficiency during most of the review period. The Auditor General has issued 10 recommendations, including the introduction of a formal project prioritization framework, improved contract management, stronger financial oversight, and the clearing of a 4-year backlog of audited financial statements. The NWC has since accepted all the recommendations.
I'm happy that you heard that. So them get money, and over a 4-year period, nobody reported anything. So it looked like it's an across the government issue. Nobody wants to report. So they just want to spend people money and not give account for it. They just want to spend these monies and nobody give account for it. That's not how this works. It's not your money. It's not your money. Which means, Jamaica, there is also something else I want. I hope it's in the studio. I didn't put it in, oh my Lord. There is, and I'm going to go into it next tomorrow. There is a major water project coming for St. Elizabeth. Let me say it again. There is a major water project coming for St. Elizabeth. I wish I can show you the thing there, because tonight's deep dive though is about Jamaica and Cuba, because something happened. But there is a major water project coming for St. Elizabeth. Them not stopping now. They're not stopping. Them not stop at all. Them a driver. Them not stopping. So if that is the case, we need to ensure that this message reaches somebody else. So here's what I want you to do. Everybody, I want you to send this live on this page to one person you think don't know that Deeper Jamaica is on. Send it to just one person. Just one. Share it with one person. All right? Just one person. Because I'm telling you, in Jamaica. You see, because deep divers, the issue is they feel entitled. They feel as if nobody can stop them. They feel as if they have a title for Jamaica. They don't remember that is every 4 years we seek to renew them contract or kick them out. They don't remember that. So if that is the case, then Jamaica, let us remind them little by little. We are going to, this is how we're going to start it. Send this page to one person you think don't have it. One person you think don't have it. That's all we're going to do tonight. One person you think that you know, share it to one person. that you think don't have it. You know why? Many people, I'm telling you, it's because they don't know why these things are happening. It is because they don't know why these things continue to happen. It is because they don't know. But Jamaica, trouble. Trouble Jamaica. Look at this. Look at this, Jamaica. Let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. Russian warships and nuclear submarine arrive in Cuba amid rising global tensions. Oh my, oh my, oh.
Give me one bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag. Me for the grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a bottle, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
Me no afraid. Me no worry. Me no worry. Let me go further. A convoy of Russian naval vessels, including a nuclear-powered submarine known as Kazan and the frigate Admiral Terskov, arrived in Havana, Cuba on Wednesday. Today I win, deep divers. Today I win. Today at Thursday. Today at Thursday. And when it arrived on Wednesday.
Give me one bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag. Me for the grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a bottle, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
Make a show you, meanwhile I read. In a rare show of military presence near the United States. This visit marks one of the most significant displays of Russian naval power in Cuba in recent years, highlighting the deepening ties between the longtime Cold War allies. The ship is expected to remain in Cuba for 5 days, with members of the public set to tour the frigate beginning on Thursday. Anything where you can do, Donald Trump. Anything that you can do, Donald Trump, the president of Russia, is saying he can do it better. It is, thank you, highly blessed. See there, Marsha Clark. Anything that you can do, anything at all you can do, Donald Trump. So you say, you are saying Russian ships come at Jamaica for 5 days. All right. Remember when you used to do in a high school or primary school? Anytime when people think them better or them tougher, you show up and show out on them. Show out on a boy. So on the tough, we tough too. On the bad, we bad too. The only issue in all of this is that Jamaica, the people of Jamaica, is in problems. The people of Cuba, the innocent citizens of Cuba and Jamaica, including myself and all of you, diaspora, all of you. Russia would have warned them. All right, let us go deeper. The deployment comes as tension deepen between Russia and the United States over the war in Ukraine, placing Russian military assets. Just look at this. Oh my God, I know me I start fretting now. Placing Russian military assets just 90 miles away from Florida. Me have people of Florida, I know. Me have people of Florida, I know. Donald Trump, me have people of Florida.
Give me one bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag. Me for the grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a batter, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
So, uno come a go on. You are playing with fire. You can't. And I notice, you know, he's not doing this in and around the United States. He's not doing this. You go around and make problem in everybody place. You come like the school bully. You come like a school bully. You were warned not to go. You were warned. And then, you know, Jamaica, you know why I feel this happen? Russian President Vladimir Putin knows something about that blackout. It is my opinion that the Russian president knows something about that blackout. He knows something that the average person does not know about this blackout. 9 hours around the same time when the ship was supposed to move and get out of Jamaican waters. Around the same time when, listen, man, we all have people. We all have people in Florida. See there, Herbert say he's in Florida. He is in Florida. What is wrong with this old man? This old man with a toupee on him head. Warm to him. What is wrong with him? We all have people. Florida is the closest place to Jamaica. 1.5 hour and boops, you're here. Vloops, you're there. What is wrong with this man? We have family in Florida. You know, I have people in Florida. We all have people in Florida. Some of us even live in Florida. Jamaica, and look at this. Look at how strategic these people are. Look at how strategic these people are. Portland's Point is 90 miles away from the point of Cuba. Jamaica has a point that is 90 miles away from Cuba. And now, let me read it again. Let me read it again. The deployment comes as tensions between Russia and the United States remain high over the war in Ukraine, placing Russian military assets just 90 miles away from Cuba. Oh my God, me want some water. Me thirst.
Give me a bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag, you know. Me for the grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Make a batter, give a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
This cannot. Is either we take out this man by force, but we can't do this and wait and fret for 4 years. We cannot do this. We cannot do this. And this is why in the 70s, and you will always, Blessed said it is a Negril Point that is 90 miles away from Portland, not from Cuba, not Portland. There is a point in Portland that is 90 miles away, man. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. In the 70s, you guys can edify me on this. When Michael Manley was friends with Castro. It is the same thing. And he said point blank, you cannot tell me who to be friends with. But it seems it's not the same here. It seems they can tell this president, this prime minister of this country, who to be friends with. It seems so. Because if that is the case, why did he even have a choice with them coming? Did he even have a choice with the USS Nimitz coming? And they had a show. So I'm going to tell you, in Cuba, the Russian vessel will have a show. They will have a show. He made declarations that he's coming for Cuba. I don't need to play it. It is out there. The President of the United States made declarations. He made declarations that he's coming for Cuba next. And me say so, the President of the United States said that. And he was warned time and 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 time again. But nobody can say nothing to him. Why? Because him is who he say he is. Thank you so much, TikTok. 1% of my phone, so you know it got dead. Thank you so much. Here, TikTok. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, Jamaica. So if that is the case, deep divers, am I making sense here? What is our next plan? What is our next plan as it relates to this development? What is our next plan? This cannot continue, you know. This cannot continue. Because if it is that people traverse the belt so much, if people traverse this belt, the Florida to Kingston to Montego Bay, that air route so much, that means they are also vulnerable in the air. And why it hurts is because, just like what is happening in Ukraine, the president will not dare trifle with anything close or remotely close to Russia. They will not. They cannot. Them can only boots up other people to do things. But they themselves know. They know they are not the only world powers as it relates to nuclear weapons. They know. They know. So when I hear people saying that them now vote, are the two people them are the same thing, or it no make no sense. Oh, it no make no sense. It no make no sense. Because the USS Nimitz. So because of decisions that this government would have made, I can safely say that there are military presence moving in and around Jamaica and Cuba. We have managed to anger other world powers. Our silence and our ability to remain docile has angered other world powers. And if you're thinking about it, I want you to think on it. Cuba and Russia are allies. China and Russia are allies. China, Russia South Africa, and other countries has formed something called the BRICS. The BRICS is now active. This means it is threatening the world status quo as it relates to trading and economic viability of the United States. The United States dollar is under pressure now. The United States dollar right now is under pressure because of an alliance called the BRICS. It gets deeper. Most of the production of this country's products, most of the things that are produced in this country are made where? They are made in China. Most of the wheat comes from where? Ukraine and Russia. Let me say it again. Most of the production, look on the back of your iPhone. Anybody will have iPhone. Look what it says. It is going to say assembled in China. Open your back of your iPhone and tell me what it says. It will say assembled in China. The clothes where we have on might be tagged and say are pretty things, but they are made in China. They are made in China. China is the world's marketplace as it relates to production. The US also buys from them. Notice, Donald Trump would have tried to place sanctions on China. What happened when he tried it? What happened when he tried to place sanctions on China? Remember now, we know China supplies the world. China don't just make knockoffs. China does not just make knockoffs. Remember that. Remember, we live in a capitalist society. And because of that, remember, in a capitalist society, someone has to be exploited. Someone has to be exploited. Who is being exploited in this society? If the poor is being exploited, that means the people who are earning need the production from somewhere else. Who is earning from that? And this is why China has something called the Belt and Road Initiative. And this is why China has something called the Belt and Road Initiative. Something for something. Something for something. Everywhere you go, something for something. Give me something, yeah, so all right. Give me something there, so all right. Something for something. All right, Jamaica, I will build a school go now. I will build some road go now, but you know who pay me back little. See if you can't pay me back little, make me settle over here so in one party now in the country. All right. Some of my people them want to do some business. Let them do some business. All right, South Africa, what do you want? All right, China. All right, Russia, what do you want? If you notice, I would have traveled to countries. Let me tell you something, Jamaica. You see South Africa? Yes, it's not South Africa, but I beg your pardon. You see South America is riddled with Chinese. I went to Panama and I saw many Chinese stores. I went to Ecuador. Many Chinese stores. I went to Venezuela. Many Chinese stores. Many Chinese stores. I can tell you what I saw with my own two eyes. Me buy sweetie from them. Me buy sweetie over there. And they are not just speaking their native tongue. They must speak the tongue on the ground. So Chinese are now speaking Spanish, which means that there may very well be settlements of Chinese in Russia. There are also Chinese in America that have settled, opened business. But the United States are attempting to anger Russia and China. You are playing a dangerous war with people who are innocent. All me and Shiloh do I get up and him carry him go school, and me go me little work, and me come back and me do 2 little thing. All the people, deep divers, all you do. I travel. I was a youth ambassador, so I know these things. I travel. All we do, we're just trying to live and survive. I have to do a deeper dive into these things because I think there's more to it. Why are you trying to anger these world powers? What is in it for you to anger them? What is in it for you? Remember, capitalist societies thrive off the dollar signs. They ensure that money always has to be flowing. So if the money is flowing in a society made of the exchange of goods and services and not social upliftment and cohesion, what do you think will happen? Somebody somewhere will be at top of it. We may think that we are on top. We may think so. But are we? Remember now, everybody in a capitalist society have a boss. So let me ask the question. Does the Prime Minister have a boss? And it's not us? Does the Prime Minister have a boss? And that boss is not who put him in Gordon House. So while these things are happening, he's trying to take lands from people. While these things are happening, him no want give water St. Elizabeth. While these things are happening, he has monies donated to him by people of the world and not giving the people of Western Jamaica it. So it's safe to assume that he has an agenda with this money. And while all of that is happening, there is movement in and around the waters that we have. So let me go deeper, Jamaica. Is it that the same reason why in the budget debate, the Prime Minister mentioned building an actual Ministry of Defense? Is that the reason why the Prime Minister spoke about building a Ministry of Defense? Is it that the reason why we are hearing about Jamaica possibly having a nuclear reactor?
Give me a bottle of water. My vitamin in my bag. Me for grab a vitamin. Give me a bottle of water. Get a bottle of water, me a grab a vitamin. Me grab a target, a bottle of water. Me a grab a vitamin.
He would have mentioned in the budget debate the building of the Ministry of Defense. The government would have also mentioned the building out of a new base camp overlooking the airport. The government of Jamaica also would have, and I want you to think about it, the government of Jamaica would have also spoken about the building out of a nuclear reactor ever since this issue of the prospects of oil came up. What is really happening around us, deep divers? What is really happening around us, deep divers? What is really happening? What happened to we? Nicola Green, what is happening? Dana, wagwan. So let me put a theory out there. Is it just coincidence that there was a fire that destroyed a great deal of the Jamaica Defense Force on Friday while there was a blackout? While there are talks of building out of a new JDF base? While there is a talk of a nuclear reactor? While the USS Nimitz is here? While Russia decides that they are going to do the same thing that the USS Nimitz did? What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. So while the people suffer on the ground, there is a greater fight happening above us. There is a greater fight happening above us. Can we handle what is happening? What will happen? Can we handle it? See, Benita just reminded us, and let me remind you as well. On Friday, while there was a blackout, Turks and Caicos suffered a blackout. And watch this now. I can confirm that parts of Florida, in particular Boca Raton in Florida, also lost electricity. I can confirm that. But the Minister of Electricity, Energy, to be exact, Darrell Vaz, I come attack, say he's upset with. He is upset, in vex with JPS, because JPS, I said the same old thing happen. I put it to you that the minister knows what's happening. I put it to you, it's my assumption that I think the minister knows what is happening. Dalton, I'm going to get deeper into the party. I did a part of the party yesterday. Go and watch that one. This cannot continue. Donna Thompson said Boca Raton, I used to work there. Donna, ask anybody who lives in Boca. They lost electricity on Friday. I promise you that. They lost electricity on Friday. Karen says she lives there. Karen, please confirm. Please confirm. There you have it. There you have it, Jamaica. I go deep. I go deep. We go deep, deep divers. We're not giving no half truth. See, Nicola Green, at the same time, at the very same time, what was happening in our waters? Something serious was happening. Something serious was happening. We might not know what it is yet. We might not know yet what it is. But I can promise you, we will find out. We will. We have to find out. You know why? It affects us. Everything that happens in this world affects us, you know. This is why the last election, let me applaud you guys. Everybody that took a plane and come and cast their ballot, let me applaud you. We might not have gotten the result that we wanted, but we press on. We press on. Cuba is not somebody that America wants to play with. Cuba is not somebody that America wants to play, because I can promise you, Cuba has a big brother. Cuba has a big brother. And that big brother have a bigger brother. Who is your friend? United States. Who is your friend? United States of America. We might travel there, and we appreciate the opportunity to travel there. But let us be realistic. Who is your friend? United States of America. Who is your friend? Herbert said Jamaica. Herbert said Jamaica. Herbert said Jamaica. Let me tell you something. They use it in politics. It was said by an American. It was said by an American. No permanent enemies, no permanent allies. A politician in America said that. No permanent enemies, no permanent allies. So if that is the case, Jamaica, we need to save one. How are we going to save one? Giving them the information. Giving them the information. The information is what we will give them, deep divers, because the information is what they will use. No, not everyone will be saved, but let it not be said that you didn't give them the information, deep divers. Let it not be said that you did not enlighten them as best as you possibly can, deep divers. And if that is the case, you would have done your part. You would have done your part, deep divers. Thank you. Tonight was a chill night. I have some stories working on, and we are going to go deeper into them. Thank you so much. Keep the fire burning. And remember, when you hear something, go deeper. Take care, Jamaica. Until tomorrow.
Welcome to deeper Jamaica, where the headlines don't stop at the surface, where the facts matter, where the people have a voice. Let's dive deeper.
Jamaica, where the headlines don't stop at the surface.
You don't ever do that, member.
Where the facts
Marshall, please. Angela Brownberg.